Well, good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? Pretty good here, and welcome to the channel. Today, I'm going to do a little light bulb swapping. You know, I'm getting the truck ready. We're going to trade it in on a 2020, so I'm removing as much stuff as I can. And I thought for this, you know, the 2020s, and this is the Tacoma, of course, come with the LED front lights, the headlights and all of that stuff. So I thought I'm going to put the old ones back in, you know, the old halogen lights. And then we're going to do a giveaway on the channel, so stay tuned for that. But for today, I'm going to remove all the LED lights that I have in the front. That would be the high and low beams and the fog lights. So let me get you set up and we'll get started doing that. Okay, hopefully I have you guys set up with a good vantage point here. The two that we're going to be removing first off, and we're starting with the easier ones, are the high beams, which is here, and the low beams, which are here. So we should just be able to twist and pull that off. That's my plan. So let's go ahead and we'll start actually with the, I guess the high beam, and that's the one right here. So we should be able to just twist, and that's it. We've got it removed, you guys can see. And then we do have the little part down here. I think that's off camera, but it's where it actually connects into the bulb, and I think I might put this on and actually twist that off first. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to rest it in the hole here just to avoid damaging anything, and then down in the just below that I'm going to twist off the connection. I do have, and I'll pull you guys up here so you can see, right down here is where the what do you call this? I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. But the little square, oh shoot, it's not a resistor, but you know what I'm talking about. It's right down there, right here. If I can get you focused on there, right there. So that's what we have to remove. I just have it double side taped in there right now. And of course, it's attached to the wiring in the truck right here. So we'll unplug that, and then we'll remove this from where I have it. Actually, I think I can just balance you there. Yeah, I'll just let you guys sit right there. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pull off that double side taped piece I have there, because once that's free, I should be able to remove the light itself. So let me see if I can twist that off. Not too bad. And of course the bulb came right out of there too. I know you guys don't have a very good vantage point there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and unhook that from the factory lighting, which is here. And it does have one of these little push down nubs on it. Let me get you up here maybe a little bit more. I'll come to you there. One of these little nubs on it. We should be able to push up, hopefully, and pull out just like that. And that removes the LED setup, which is right here, from the light. So it's not too difficult. So all we need to do now is put the bulb back in there and go ahead and reinsert it. So let me grab the bulb and we'll do that. Okay, we've got the high beam, and the high beam is actually an H9. With the LED setup that I had, it didn't matter which bulb you had in any of these lights, the fog lights, the high beams, or the low beams. They all functioned equally. But with the stock setup, it calls for the H9 bulb to go into the high beam. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to replace it the same way. So let's go ahead and get this back on there. There we go. You guys could hear it clip on there, hopefully. And then all we have to do is twist it, maybe easier said than done, back into the socket down here. Now there are two different groove widths on the socket down there, and on the bulb here there are two different ones as well, the bigger one being right here on this side. So that's what we have to try to get in there properly, I guess, to seat this thing back in the right way. There we go. Have it in. That wasn't really too difficult. So now we're going to go ahead and pull the low beams out, and they're actually located, as I showed you earlier, right here. This is where the resistor, or I can't remember what you call this, the square piece is. So we're going to go ahead and twist that off first this time. And it's so warm here, it's not difficult to get off. This time the tape actually stuck to the piece itself. Before, it just kind of popped right off. And I'm going to go ahead and disconnect this one this time so we're not messing with the bulb once we get it out. That disconnects from the factory wiring. We'll lay that aside. And we should be able just to twist this out. Hopefully. There's not a ton of room here. And it just barely fits, but it does fit. So there is the second LED bulb, and it is the same as the first. So now I'm going to go over and grab the H11 bulb, because that's what it calls for in the low beam. Alright, so here we have the H11. I'm going to go ahead and plug that in. Make sure I get it the right way. Probably hear that clip. And then again, paying attention to where the biggest groove is over here. Go ahead and put this back in. There, that takes care of that. So that takes care of the high and the low beam. Now, the fog light is way down in there. You can reach it. It's a bit of a chore. I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it down there with the lighting that I have here. Let's see. See if I can put some light down there. There, you guys, I wanted to show you. You might be able to see it down there. It's the silver kind of rib looking part, kind of off to the side of your screen there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it is the silver ribbed part down there. So that's what we're going to remove. Okay, you guys can see there, we did get this pulled out. It's really not too difficult to do once you get your hand down there, but it is a bit of a reach. This one the tape did not pull off, so we're golden there. So now I'm going to go grab the bulb. We'll stick it back down there in the slot. Okay, that takes care of the driver's side. I thought that might have been the easier side, but after doing it, I'm not so sure. Not that this is difficult. But I'm going to show you, because you won't be able to see me working down there, I don't think, where the fog light is. We're going to start with the fog light on the passenger side. And if I point you guys right down through here. Oh, got a phone call there. Sorry, Mom, I'll call you back. Right down through here, if you can see that silver ribbed nub way down in there. I mean, way down in there. Again, I'm not sure if it's bright enough for you. But that's where the fog light one is. So we're going to go ahead and try to tackle that one next. Okay, what I need to pull off here, you guys can see the wiring right down there. That's where the driver is called. So I'm going to reach down there and twist that off, and that should enable me to pull that whole light out of there. So let me do that. Okay, we got the fog light out and the new one, or the original one, installed. I will say the fog light side, probably the most difficult side to get out. Only unless you have, you know, freakishly long arms. It's just difficult to reach down there. A smart man would have taken the grill off and done it that way, but hey, what can I say? So now we're going to tackle the high and low beams. So I may have to loosen the water jug or the windshield fluid washer fluid jug to do that. I did when I did it the first time, and I thought this time I'd try to do it without doing that. We'll see. Let me get you set up and we'll tackle that. Okay, I am going to go ahead and loosen up the windshield washer fluid bottle. Everything is like right here behind it, so just a little easier to get to that way. It is, of course, a 10mm socket, so let's go ahead and do that. Okay, we'll set these aside. I'm actually going to put them over there on the fuse lid so I don't lose them. Of course, it's possible I'll forget that I put them there, but let's hope not. All right, let's move this thing just slightly out of the way. Doesn't take much, just about like that, and that's it. so you don't have to go nuts. And I'm glad I did that because I do have everything right in front of the water bottle here, so even double-sided taped there, so I do need to be able to reach down in here. Of course, I still can't see anything. I think I do. I have one of them secured right up underneath this front rail. So I should be able to push that one down pretty well. I'm not sure which one that is. Let's see. That is the fog light bulb, I believe. So, or I'm sorry, that's the low beam side. So we're going to go ahead and take that one off first. Why not? That'll get the wiring out of the way, I think. Let's make sure. Yeah. Let's go ahead and do that one first. Again, just twist it. It's pretty simple to do. And just like that, I have it up. And of course I zip tied these together, so I need to cut that zip tie. There, that was pretty easy, I hope. Toss that one over there. Alright, so we've got the light disconnected and it goes underneath some cording here. Let's see where I went with that. Yeah, I did go to the one right up under here. So right under here is where the driver sits. I should be able to just twist that out. I'm going to go ahead and let the light bulb hang down there while I do that. Or actually, no, we'll set it right up here. So I'm going to grab probably a screwdriver. Let's see if I can just gently push that down. Okay, here we go. Again, gently. Yeah. Just really need to get it started. That didn't really take too much. So if you happen to be the one looking to win these, I didn't damage it. I'm just saying. So let me see if I can go ahead and pull it the rest of the way off. There. Alright. Got everything up here now. All I need to do is put the bulb inside the socket here. I'm going to go grab the bulb so when I pull this away it doesn't fall down. And this again is the low beam. So the low beam, if you recall, takes an H11. So I have the H11 here. Go ahead and remove this. There we go. We'll just kind of set this aside somewhere. We want to protect it, of course, too. So we'll set it up here on the the engine cover, rather. There we go. Now let's go ahead and get the bulb seated in here. The easiest part of the whole job. You may have heard it click, I'm not sure. So now, I do need to see which way this is situated, or oriented, if I can see it in there. It is rather difficult to see. Alright, looks like the big slot is on the top right. And as luck would have it, so is it on the bulb. So I should just be able to finagle that puppy right in there. Which I did. And then just twist it in. Which I did. That was way too easy. Is there always something wrong when it's too easy? I don't know. Alright, now the other driver is right down here. You guys can see it's right here, stuck to the front of the grill work, or the, I don't know, the brace on the truck. So I should be able to just twist that off gently, hopefully. Let's see. Some of this tape is really on there. Yeah, I'm going to have to use a screwdriver to pry just slightly. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. More of a twisting motion, really. Get you up here where you can see. There you go. There, you could probably hear it. That's the tape breaking loose, not the not the driver. So I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. There you go. And the tape stayed in the truck, which is where it shall permanently reside. Now I just have to twist the bulb out, reconnect and stick it back in, and then we'll be done and we'll do a test. Okay, we've got them all back in now. I did leave the water bottle or the windshield washer fluid bottle off because I want to test them first. So I'm going to sit you guys down so you can see the truck. I've got my phone so I can see what you see. And we're going to test them, make sure I got everything right. So there you go. You guys can see pretty good right there, I think. Here we go. Okay, you guys can see there, everything works. I'm happy about that. It's amazing how much heat comes off of those lights. I could just feel the heat when I walk back over there. So what do we have? You guys can see right here, these are the LEDs. They were laid down here gently. I didn't kill them putting them back up here. And as I mentioned, what I'm going to do, if anybody's interested, when the channel hits 13,000 subscribers, which is a little way away, not too far, I'm going to do a giveaway. We're going to give away all of those LEDs. Of course, they are used. They were on my truck, but they weren't on. They didn't get hardly used at all. Man, I'll bet you if they were on more than 10 minutes their whole lifetime, I would be surprised. So stay tuned for that. If you're watching and you're not a subscriber, you know anybody who's interested, have them subscribe to the channel. The quicker we get to 13,000 subscribers, the quicker it'll be that I'll give these away. And there'll be a picture at the end here. I'll set them up so you guys can see everything, as well as the box that they came in, so you can see what kind they are. Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. That was the reinstall of the OEM lights, removing the LEDs. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Are you interested in these? Let me know. As usual, appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a great day. Bye.